I don't know if the cap is too small or my head is big, but whatever be the case, the cap fits me. And it. All right, I want to tell you a story about sex. Some of you know the story, and some of you don't. But there's a whole lot of lessons that are in this story. There was a man. His name is Judah. Judah had 3 sons. The first son second son Onan, and third son Shelah. Now, he got a wife for the first son, and the first son died. And according to their culture, the second son is supposed to take over. And the second son took over, and the second son died. Now the man became afraid, and guess what? The man actually worked it out so that the third son will not take over. Some of you would say, this woman is evil, this woman is bad. Why is it that anyone she comes in contact with will always buy? Why? That is the assumption a lot of persons will. In fact, they would cast her away and say she's a bad person. But let me tell you why the first son died. It was recorded that the first son was so wicked that God took him because of his wickedness, not because of the wife, which is called Tamar. And the second son died because of something. He was the first person that was recorded to practice pull-out game. His pull-out game was so strong and perfect that anytime he has an intercourse with Tamar, which is the wife of the first brother, he will never enter inside. He will never pour it inside. It was so strong. And guess what? The Lord saw it as an evil thing, as a bad thing, and had to take him because of that. You see, the problem were from the men, not really from the woman. Imagine if it was in our generation. A lot of you would say this woman is evil. She is a witch. That is what a lot of you would say. Now, continue. Let's continue the story. The father of those boys, by name Judah, actually now sent out the woman, Tamar, out to go and stay with her father till when Shelah grows up, because he's still a young boy. Now, Shelah grew up, but guess what? The father refused him to take the wife of the elder brothers. But it was supposed to be the custom. Why? He was afraid that Shelah would buy like the brothers. Now, this woman now planned for him. This Judah. He heard that Judah was going to a certain location to attend to the matters around his sheep. She now disguised as a prostitute. And what did she do? She stood on the way. Judah of all people. Judah now entangled himself with a prostitute. She was disguised. Judah did not know that this is Tamar. What happened? Judah now beckoned on her. And sometimes the urge for sex is it takes your brain away. You want to do something. You were not with money. What happened? You now have to exchange for something more valuable than money. The woman now asked, okay, since you're not with money, you give me 3 of your items. Ring, bracelets, and staff. These are things that decorates a man, and these are the things that gives a man honor. But I wouldn't go there for today. Guess what? The man said, no problem. Take it and hold it as collateral. When I'm done with you and get back to my place, I'll send one of the servants to bring you money and take my stuffs back. That was so terrible. Now, something happened. When Judah now sent his servants to go and retrieve the items, they told the servant that there was no prostitute in this land. There's nobody we know here as prostitute. Guess what? When he took back the message to Judah, Judah now said, don't worry, don't go again, so that we will not bring shame upon ourselves. He knew that it was a shameful thing, and he still acted that way with the prostitute. You see, sometimes people don't feel bad for what they do. They feel bad when others know what they are doing. Yes. When they are caught, that's when they feel bad. They don't feel bad when they're in the act. Alright, continuing. When they held back, after a period of time, words came to Judah that the daughter-in-law was pregnant. The man was furious and said, "That is an abomination. Bring her out. Let us stone her until we unalive her." When they now brought her out, in the midst of everybody, she said, "Please, I want to show you people the man that gave me this pregnancy." She brought out those 3 items: the ring, the bracelets, and the staff. Everybody was shocked. Judah, that first said, "Let them unalive the woman," now changed and said, "This woman is more innocent than I am." Don't. So sometimes, until you are in the... He didn't say... he didn't declare his punishment for behaving that way. You see? But for another person, it was easy to give judgment. That is how a lot of persons are. When it does not concern you, you are quick to lay judgment. You are quick to condemn. But when it touches you, you ask for mercy. Well, if only you can learn from that, learn from it. That was how the judgment changed. And guess what? Guess what? The woman gave birth to twins. That twin story is a story for another day. God is a merciful God. Remember, this story is from the Bible. In the book of Genesis chapter 38. That is where you will see this story. This Judah we are talking about is the one that we make reference to. Jesus is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The same Judah that committed this. God is a merciful God. God is a loving God. Thank God He is not a man. Hope you get the lessons. Tell me one of the lessons that you took away from this story that I shared with you in the comment section, and kindly share this. Thank you.